We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Hey, we need to talk. So is this how it's gonna be? Adjutant tells you to kill somebody, you kill somebody? No questions asked, no trouble to your conscience? You knew what you were getting when you hired me. Rachel Lockwood was a cartographer. She made maps, she wasn't hurting anybody. So tell me why she deserved to die. I ain't afraid of you, boss. Your tough as grit routine might leave some poor sod quaking in his boots, but it won't work on me. I'm still waiting for an explanation. Tell me why Lockwood deserved to die. Hilarious, boss. I'm glad you're having fun, but I was hoping for a real answer. Nah, we're done here.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout. Please, by all means. Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Welcome aboard, Captain. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Your signal made it through. We've pinpointed Dr. Wells's orbital lab. Excellent work. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Transmissions are so impersonal. I'd like to meet you face to face.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain? We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I'm curious. Wells may have been a delusional madman, but he risked his life to save yours. So why turn him in? You've certainly earned it. Wells has been a criminal at large for decades. You've done well. You're efficient, talented, loyal. And if you're ready to get to work, we can finally start doing some good in this colony. Work with us, and we'll make you the richest freelancer in Halcyon. There has been a surge in off-world broadcasting coming from Monarch. Much of it is propaganda. All of it is illegal. We need those broadcasts shut down. I hope you're not suggesting the board spreads propaganda. Our messages are rooted in truth. The broadcasts coming from Monarch pollute the aether with lies. All of Monarch's extraplanetary broadcasts are routed through Devil's Peak Station. I want you to claim Devil's Peak Station for the board, by force if need be. Monarch is a den of anarchy and barbarism. Keep your wits about you, and remember that you're doing the law's work. I have an agent working in Stellar Bay. Everett Gill. Have a word with him as soon as you arrive. The passphrase is, "The kind of pine grows at night." Lord have mercy. Just find Everett Gill. You're his problem now. Monarch is a hotbed of anarchists operating under the misguided notion that the colony doesn't need the guiding hand of the board. It may not be a single individual behind these broadcasts, but any number of factions. Speak to Percival before you go. He'll arrange for your nav key and your reward for turning in Wells. I look forward to news of your victory on Monarch.
Adjutant Akande has instructed me to reward you for information leading to the arrest of Phineas Wells. Please allow me to extend my felicitations on a job well done. I've authorized your ship with an official board-certified nav key. Do exercise caution while visiting Monarch. As an acting agent of the board, you are entitled to purchase a selection of official board-certified equipment at a discount. Do let me know if you wish to take advantage of this special offer. I am contractually obligated to inform you that it is an honor and a privilege to serve the adjutant. Also, I have a weakness for personalized stationery. If you're traveling to Monarch, beware of animals and locals. But I repeat myself. I am at your service.
Pick up any more strays while you were out? I suppose if the crew's quarters fill up, we could hang hammocks in the cargo hold. We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Help! Someone's been killed!
May I help you with something, my good man? Well, no one's gonna suspect you of working for the board, that's for certain. You're here about Devil's Peak Station, yes? The soul of discretion. Ms. Akande chooses her people well. Once you leave this forlorn town, look to the horizon and you'll see a mountaintop that looks like a fiendish skull with 2 curving horns. That's where the station is. There's a path along the western side of the mountain. Unfortunately, monsters and marauders are as common as kindling on Monarch, so the approach will be perilous. Well, you're Akande's blunt instrument, aren't you? I'm sure you can manage. However, there is a mercenary of some fame in town, Nyoka. She frequents the yacht club. Law, how I hate that name. Anyway, she might be useful if you can overcome her proclivities. She's rather fond of drink, but she's a good shot when her hands are steady. Good luck. Now, you should move along. After all, we are supposed to be strangers. I've told you all I can. Please don't draw attention to me.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding. All over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you? Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head. Oh, you want information for nothing? Very well. I am no match for your your yammering. Here's how to get to Devil's Peak. Go south, along the road, not the river. Look for the mountain with devil horns. Watch out for raps, and mana swarms, and marauders, sulfur pits, and... You know, it'd really be safer if I went with you. You want to reconsider sobering me up? You do what you like, stranger. I'll be here in the meantime.
Wrapped musk and painted eyes, right here.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the cannery.
We gotta go exploring. I want to see some savages.
Heads up, boss!
Looks like we're doing this.
Huh?
Here they come!
Get ready!
Oh no, poor buddy! You ever want to hide a body? You could dump it in that sulfur pool. Heads up!
No!
Huh?
Jackass is incoming! Looks like we're doing this! This place smells worse than the back bays.
Watch out!
Here they come!
On your right, Cap! investigate.
Put him down!
Nothing there.
Open fire!
I'm gonna get in their face! Heads up, boss!
You may not realize this, being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown.
Everyone all right?
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? You are? And to think I was just joking. Guess I'll leave you to it then. Kidding! I'm kidding! No one has a sense of humor these days. Or much of a backbone, for that matter. Look, the fact of the matter is this. By the hand of fate and my own cunning skill, I run this station. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker. You're here, and you're armed, aren't you? The feed's gone grainy, but it looks like you're packing deadly force. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Aside from the bits I'll be paying you, I trade in secrets, valuable ones for my vocation. I'm sure you can come up with something you might like to ask me about in person once I'm safe. Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Huh? Heads up! the last of him! Heads up!
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on in.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why you ventured here at all. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here? If you insist. As I was telling you before, I am the premier broker for all of Monarch. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
Have you seen Doc Wells? The guy's ancient. You take any more time and he's liable to croak.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. Caring or not won't change the facts of the matter. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. The bandwidth! There's too much blasted background noise. Nothing gets through but their local broadcasts. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end. Do what you like. Just don't tell me about it after. I enjoy sleeping at night. Allow me to assure you that I know absolutely nothing about any allegedly illegal broadcasts. Surely the board is aware of that. They must know I'd never involved myself in such despicable activities. There's utterly no reason to arrest anyone in this broadcast station, let alone me. In fact, you're doing me a favor by helping me disable any alleged such broadcasts, if they exist. You could do me another favor by mentioning my loyalty to the board in your report.
I don't think this fellow's entirely on the level.
Ah, damn it, Hiram, you were so close. I was just starting to like you.
I'm not sure whether to be touched or insulted by that. Look, you never met a man more willing to work with the board than me. I know we can come to an agreement, please. Perhaps you didn't notice my robust security detail. An altercation may end poorly for you, but a partnership would pay handsome dividends. We can still work something out. You are aware of what I broker, yes? As an agent of the board, surely a day will come when you find yourself in want of certain privileged information. When that day arrives, I would be highly motivated to provide you with such information. Perhaps you didn't notice my robust security detail. We can still... Automex, initiate security protocol. Deals off.
Everyone all right?
Great work.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
On the other hand, I absolutely want a pamphlet.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. With friends like him, I think you'll fit in just fine. We're the only free people in Halcyon, you know? No corporations, no shackles, no problems. We make our own living here. Some of us hunt. Some of us scavenge the ruins left by the corporations when they abandoned us. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep. Oh, you've heard Graham's teachings. I'm so glad. He and Zora have done such a wonderful job spreading the light around this dark, dark planet. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them.
The infamous Amber Heights.
Everybody here looks wore out. Is it just me?
A Manta Queen.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Oys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company. A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts. Stop. No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous campaign of propaganda against their people. I'd rather not resort to violence. This is a place of understanding and acceptance. Understand that, should you try, I will accept the burden of your death. I realize the board has blockaded our efforts, but Devil's Peak is an interplanetary radio tower. Surely somebody is listening. Surely?
Graham, we should be focusing on survival anyway. Food, ammo, and medicine. Maybe now's the time to pivot.
Pivot, huh? If radio isn't working, we might try another way. It seems the captain's timing is more than just serendipitous. It must be fate. I've had my sights on an old printing press for some time. The board uses magazines and advertisements to subtly focus the colony's attention. We will use their tricks against them.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
Help me clear out and repair the press, and I will have no need for that rust bucket of a radio tower. So be it. In the meantime, I will be here shouting truth into the aether.
infamous Amber Heights.
Everybody here looks wore out. Is it just me?
A Manta Queen.
Yeah. Felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
Everybody, hold on!
What was your family like, Felix? Did you ever know him?
I never knew him. I was a stowaway. That's what they call orphans who grow up in the back bays.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I must have been lonesome.
Come on, Parvati, who you talking to? Imagine me pining after my family. Yeah, I suppose I was a touch lonesome. But hey, look at me now. I made it. I got a ship and everything.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, new business turns up at last.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here? The adjutant herself? Why, I knew the board would see reason eventually, but this... this...
Sir, you've prepared for this.
Right. Now, see here. You may tell your corporate masters that we will deign to rejoin them on the board, but only once certain conditions are met. Oh. I suppose that means you aren't here for the salt tuna. Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board. What can I do for you? You're just as rigid as the old executive committee. Why, we've hardly been able to get a clear message out until recently.
When Graham finally shut up.
It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. We need that frequency to reach our trading partners.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Well, you don't have to rub it in.
I think he means to warn you about working against the board.
What a notion. We want to rejoin the board, to our betterment and theirs. And my plan involves a two-pronged approach, the first part of which is seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
And a Mantisaur problem, and a Marauder problem.
Many, many problems, but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting with the Bolt 52, we won't need to advertise anymore. We can stop our transmissions altogether.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in, these days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. So taciturn, so dour. I'll be waiting with bated breath. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you?
need to buy some information from you. You saw that ship, right? I don't know if we can get it running again, but we've got to try. And even if we can't, there's bound to be... hello? Hiram? Captain? Oh, thank the Eternal. If by some miracle its cannons are still operational, we need them. Even if it ain't, I'm sure it's full of weapons and supplies. If you can find it and bring us its targeting module, we might just have a chance.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these? Make yourself at home, Captain. Dr. Wells has failed to discover the tracking signal broadcasting the location of his lab. I have revised my estimations of his competence accordingly. Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab. Stay safe out there.
Bad news. Hiram Blythe is dead. Utterly tragic. The colony has lost an invaluable resource. Good news. He sent me everything I needed. Good old Hiram. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist. Hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Huh? Oh, I am alert and awake. Not to worry. I take our ship's security highly seriously. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I've just finished reading a report of your work on Monarch. The broadcasts have been silenced at last. Sanjar Nandi and Graham Bryan threw away their lives the moment they rebelled against the board. You merely delivered the final stroke. Your work is exemplary. You've earned a place in the chairman's inner circle. Congratulations are in order. No, I haven't been watching you. I've been reading reports of your work. You're better than an adventure serial. Now, we introduce you to the chairman's plan. Turn your eyes to the screen.